I was over there then, and when I was in Vietnam, the helicopter was my cab. I was a combat recon leader, and every mission that I ever started, and it was over 100 and some odd missions, started in a Huey. It just, my working vehicle was the Huey. We operated in small teams of 10 to 12 men. We would leave on our mission mostly in the nights, arriving at our destination at sunrise. We would always have an average of 2 choppers in our missions. And when we got into trouble, it was the chopper that got us out of trouble. When we had wounded men, there were choppers to pull us out, especially the wounded. So I have a really love-hate relationship with the Huey. I hate it because it was a sign when they would tell me, come for debriefing, meet on the flight line. I knew we were on our way on a mission. But it was quite a relief to hear the ruffle of the blades when it was time to get out. And you could always depend on them being there. One of the things I'm seeing that I didn't quite remember the Huey, and I think the Huey sound is the most pronounced sound to any Vietnam veteran. It is very distinct. Hearing a Huey or a helicopter blade as it whips through the air, it's probably like the first time you hear your first child cry. It's something that you'll never forget. And the Huey sound of the Huey, I can be walking in the city of Pittsburgh, particularly near our medical facility, and the Huey, and I hear the fluffle of the blade, and I immediately go back to Vietnam. It's instinctive. I don't even have to think about it. It's an instinctive response. I always think about Vietnam. Sometimes I just let it pass, and then sometimes it's depending on how I'm feeling, it makes me melancholy. It takes me to some places you don't want to go at that time. Hearing the chopper in the rain is really go back to history time thing for you. It's very stimulating. And it puts you in a bad place at a bad time. I don't know if I really place any significant, but some significant thing happened to me in 1968. But I never thought of it as the total motivation for my existence and memory. It has a place in my memory, number one, because I got out of the military in 68. I don't know if the city was different, but I know I was different. I would think I was more positive in terms of what I wanted to do with my life. I think I had ceased to be a procrastinator. I did not expect to have all of tomorrows. I knew that life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness was limited. Even by nature, or by man's action, or man inaction, that things were limited. Therefore, you had to grasp the goal ring and go ahead and do what you can do for yourself and your family. I ran into a lot of men, excuse me, in the military who had dreams, who had goals they said they wanted to achieve, but they had no plan. I said, well, what is your plan? And I've always felt from my mother's teaching that if you have a goal but do not have a plan, you have a dream. And you cannot accomplish a goal without a goal.